Geometrical nets. So what are nets? Geometrical nets are defined as a flattened out three-dimensional solid. Okay, so your three-dimensional solid could be a cube, a prism, or a pyramid, or anything else that we have seen before. So what you do is you cut out the nets and fold it, and then you glue it together. Okay, or you can use cellophane tape, and you will see the three-dimensional shape and how it really looks like. There are two types of nets, one without the tab, and the other one is with the tab. So this is the tab, where once you fold it, you can actually fold the tab, put glue here, and then glue it together. It's much easier to get your 3D shape that way. Here you need to use cellophane tape because there's no tab. Okay, so that means you put this and this together, and then you use cellophane tape to tape and put it in place. So 3D shapes are actually extensions of 2D shapes. For example, a cube is an extension of a square. So let's see this animation here. That's a square and that's a cube. Once you extend it upwards, make it three-dimensional with the height, then it becomes a 3D shape. Okay, so it began with only the width and also the length. Then once you extend it upwards, then you give it height. And when you give it height, it becomes a 3D shape. So let's look at more 3D shapes being the extension of 2D shapes. So here we have a square, so that becomes a cube. And this is a rectangle, and it will become a cuboid. Okay, and this is a circle, so it will become a cylinder. And here's another square. It can become a square-based pyramid. And remember, the point here is an apex or a vertex. And then we have a triangle, and when you extend it, okay, you will see the same triangle in front, so this is a prism. Alright, here's a geometrical nets activity that you can do in your group. And what you do is to just draw on a piece of paper and take photos of that particular net. So for example, if you have a cube like this, okay, so first you draw the cube, draw it nicely. Okay, so then you sort of like cut along the lines and open it up. Okay, cut along the lines and open it up. So you could see that the net is like this. Okay, this is the side, this side. Okay, I put it number 1. That's number 1. And then that's the middle section, which is red. And the other part, which is number 2. This is number 2 over here. And then that's the top and this side. Okay, so that will be 2 squares. Okay, and then that's the other one, which is on this side. That's 1. So all these are squares, and this is a net, geometrical net. Right, so this is where your spatial sense is used. How would you, is there another way for you to draw nets for a cube, for example? Okay, so you can do it in various ways, but you do need to use your mind a lot to put it together. Okay, so right now you are dissecting it, taking it apart, but then there will be another exercise where you need to put it together to form the 3D shape once again. Alright, so in your groups, if you want to do this, it's totally fine. You don't want to do this because of time constraint, I'm fine with it. I will just check in the comment box. If you have done it, please let me know so that I can go into your Google Slides and check. Okay, so all you need to do is to draw on a piece of paper, take the photo of it and put it into your Google Slides. Okay, and then post the link in the comment box. Alright, so you also need to name them. Sorry about this. To name them. Right. So what you need to do will be, well, group leader, delegate, if you want to do this. Okay, draw a net for a cuboid, a cone, sorry, for a rectangular prism, which is actually a cuboid. Okay, never mind. This one, cancel. A triangular base pyramid, square base pyramid, based, typo. Okay, a triangular prism, pentagonal prism, and a okay, only that. It's a repetition. Okay, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6. And you can put it in the link to your Google Slides in the comment box. This is an animation which I created using PowerPoint to show the three-dimensional cube and when it rotates. Okay, so it's an animation in PowerPoint. You can also learn how to do this so that you can show this to your student and they will have the spatial sense, three-dimensional spatial sense. The next one is using Keynote. This is about learning about cube with me. Okay, so 6 faces. So you can see each face coming in to form the cube. Right, so that's the 5th square, the 5th face, and the last face. So trying to find the edge, the vertex, and the face. And then this is a rotation in a Keynote. So you can see that it does show all 3 dimensions. And then that's the 8 vertices, so students can start counting. 1, 2, 3. That's the 4th one. Okay, 5th, 6th, okay, 7th, and also 8th vertices. And then that would be the edges. So 1 edge, 2 edges, 3 edges, 4 edges. So the edges actually change color. So you can see from black to green. So the students will be able to see it and know which one they are actually looking at. Okay, so that's 11 and that's 12 edges. So you can use this simple animation to actually get your students who are visual students or visual spatial students to understand how it looks like digitally. Okay, this is a fun activity. You can try your hand at it, but that will be totally on your own. This is what we call as origami. And origami is where you really fold the paper and make it into a 3-dimensional object or shape. You can do this with your students in the future. Set aside a learning activity for this. Each group can go from one station to the next. Each station is going to be for a certain shape. For example, we have like in our class in X space, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is station 1. So that means they will do cube, origami cube. This is station 2. They will do a cuboid, for example. Okay, this is station 3. They will do a pyramid, square base pyramid. Okay, square base pyramid. And then this is 4, and then this is 5. Okay, so this one could be a prism. Okay, triangular prism. And this one could be let's see, they fold into, okay, a cone, or a cylinder, okay, or both. Right, so students will have fun doing this, and they can see the paper from being a flat type of paper into a three-dimensional sheet. Okay, so we have come to the reading material section in week 8 lecture, and I need you to read from this slide onwards, okay, because that is reading material where whatever that I have already discussed is discussed further. There are links to research papers which I need you to also have a look and read up. Okay, those research papers actually have evidence of students' thoughts about geometry. Okay, so that's the end of our week 8 lecture.